It just started. The brakes. Car came to a stop. Standing still right there.
Oh no, that's not right, Tom. Caught that on camera. You are unreliable. Forget it. Right? Let's support. Think this is some other car, just a car in line.
Right.
Welcome to the Phoenix Circle. Those were the highlights from our new driving assistant manual. We're doing something big this year. What kind of bigger test report for everyone here? On the competitive driving aids, domestic systems made huge progress. Everyone claims they drive like pros. That is standard. Even better than pros is common. You are top tier. I am top tier. They're top tier, that won't do. We're now at tier 0. In short, no one backs down. Our goal is real testing. To see the actual differences. And if these systems are exaggerating, we upgraded the route. Its key feature is difficulty. Since you are all as good as pros, let's take this 44-kilometer loop that even pros find tough. We connected Zhengzhou Station, Erqi Square, Yinji Square, the world's biggest hospital, and narrow old city streets. Tough enough. Don't panic. We scheduled these tests for after 6 in the evening, using night peak hours to see how these systems really perform. Our first lucky winner is the Li L8 with standard lidar and high-performance chips. As for the software, it uses the latest model. Equipped with waterfall models, choosing it is a no-brainer, given its track record. To the viewers, which one do you want to see? Which one, tell me in the chat. If you want to see it, I'll arrange it. Buckle up, everyone. We are officially starting from the parking lot. Note. At the exit, scan for payment. The gate lifts and it starts moving. Quite smooth. Exiting the garage, no cars or people around, smoothly turned onto the main road. At the first light, it is flashing green. Car hasn't sped up. Then the light turns yellow. It slams the brakes hard, not a pleasant feeling. Turning right with the van, on the left triggers the system. No hesitation. Well done. Entering the classic rush hour congestion. First cut off by a car, then a bus and a BYD squeeze in. The gap is too large, but braking repeatedly feels quite smooth. The bus lane sign is obvious, but the Lixiang still merged into it. Coincidentally, the camera flashed. Then it tries to merge back into the queue, wanting to squeeze in. Turning onto Jinshui Road, the busiest main road. Cars honk, but the Lixiang lets pedestrians and scooters pass first. Acceleration timing is not great, inching forward, brushing past crossing scooters. The overpass roundabout is easy. Exiting from the 4th exit. Before entering the old streets, the right turn is blocked by constant scooters. After turning, a parked car blocks the way completely. Once it leaves, the lane is too narrow. The Lixiang waits and does not move. Finally, the first takeover occurs.
Back to lane.
Deeper into the old town, there is enough space to turn, but the car stops again. This time, we step on the pedal to intervene.
Times 1 pedal press.
Reaching the narrowest point, Lixiang A8 brakes repeatedly, triggering manual intervention to squeeze through. It is basically unusable in these old town sections with mixed traffic. On wider roads with better traffic, it still stops and starts. Handling complex mixed traffic remains quite difficult for the car. Left turn at Old Town Crossing. Pedestrians and e-bikes are everywhere. Gotta tap the pedal to get it moving. The final stretch of the narrow Old Town Road.
Still in 4th gear.
It won't stop moving, so I tap the pedal once more.
cleared the complex intersection at Erqi Square. Not easy at all. Leaving the station, I was almost fooled by a parked car. I nearly stopped, then swerved to avoid it. Luckily, I did not repeat the mistake again and managed to keep moving forward smoothly. Elevated roads and tunnels finished. Back on street level, car crossed a solid line while turning left. Next, it couldn't enter the turn lane on its own.
Turning left.
Light turned green, blocked by a bus. Had to tap the pedal again. Dual lane right turn light was recognized, but unfortunately, it was blocked by constant foot traffic and bikes, and I ended up stuck right on the crosswalk. Green light moved up again, finished the turn, then a fork in the road. The system wavered on the route. Speed kept rising, took over to avoid the curve. Yet my heart was racing because the car felt so restless and wild under my own control today.
Alright!
The overpass in front of the massive hospital is always the worst gridlock in town. Cars merging in multiple lanes managed to find the path, smoothly exiting the junction. Making a U-turn under the bridge, accelerating into the main flow, even narrowly overtaking an electric scooter passing by. Turning right blindly, following the mixed traffic past the railway. The urban segment ends here. On the elevated road, the car stays in the right lane, not rushing to merge. A rival tries to cut in, but it remains calm, pure style, absolute cool. For the long stretch ahead, it stays slower than the flow, getting past constantly, strictly obeying the 60 km per HR speed limit. Approaching the exit, the system detects a stalled car ahead and begins planning a lane change. However, the vehicle moves to the right, anyway, ultimately coming to a stop directly behind the obstacle, which is quite unexpected for the driver.
Is it confused? Did it mistake this for your car?
Then it tries to bypass to the left, forcing a challenge in high-speed traffic, triggering another manual takeover. On the ramp entering the highway, lane changes are slow, straddling the center line for too long, getting honked at by cars behind. The highway run is efficient and smooth, but exiting, after passing a tanker, the car slows down to below 60, right in front of it, forcing the truck to cross solid lines, passing by. Cutting off and slowing down near heavy trucks is extremely dangerous. On the ramp, the AI-8 had one invalid lane change. Turning right at the last light, the AI-8 went into the wrong lane. We took control to prevent further errors. We safely reached the underground garage at the last turn. It parked itself in a tiny spot all alone. We are done. Let's summarize the AI-8's performance. Impressively, during the test, the system never disengaged, nor did it ask for help. In nearly 2 hours, it was only 4 minutes slower than the navigation estimate. However, looking at the data, the AI-8 had 5 full interventions and for light throttle taps over 44 kilometers. With 10 total interventions, it scored 90.875. Overall, it is stronger than last year's models. But looking back, the Zhongdao new area caused 6 interventions, showing issues in complex traffic that need analysis. We categorize them into 3 types. First, hesitation in timing, typical in old city traffic, like the narrowest part of our road. The car kept braking, needing us to urge it forward. I attribute this to Wallace's conservative betting, especially on irregular roads, facing unpredictable pedestrians or scooters. The system prefers to wait rather than risk. This passive strategy is fine. It might even be the correct choice for now, but it is far from being an experienced driver. The second issue is path planning. At highway forks, the route swayed back and forth, almost hitting the median. That was a dangerous intervention. Before the end, I felt quite uneasy because the vehicle struggled to maintain a steady lane, leaving me worried about its overall safety and reliability on such a busy road. The right turn lane mistake was also quite unexpected. These issues point to map data and sensor fusion, needing much more training data to solve. The third type is much harder to spot, involving errors in dangerous scenarios that could be avoided if the system had better perception and reaction capabilities for sudden changes. Like exiting the highway after passing a tanker, the AI-8 slowed to under 60 kilometers per h-hour in front of it, forcing the truck to cut lanes. Even without an intervention, the playback shows it was very risky. I know your car is tough, but let us avoid large trucks. Overall, the conservative strategy is a safety trade-off, while planning errors and ignoring following cars are incidental. For pros and cons, we can be quick. First, efficiency. Over 44 kilometers of complex roads, it was only 4 minutes off the estimate, matching human levels in speed. Second, coverage. From garages, city traffic, narrow streets, to highways, it never disengaged, proving it can drive anywhere. Finally, smoothness. Except for the old city, in standard scenarios, the AI-8 was very confident. Remember that highway ramp cutting prevention? IT truly felt like a human driver. Well, that is the first driver assist report of the year. Many popular models are waiting to be tested. Besides individual reports, we will do multi-car comparisons to help you see the real differences between the latest systems. Thank you for watching. Starting in April, we will have giveaways in our pinned post. If you like the show, please subscribe. Most importantly, follow us so we can see you next time. And do remember to share this with your friends who might also find these details quite useful for their future projects as well.
Bye, I am Juqing.